Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah amma ba'd. This is, I think, the third halaqah we had on tahara. Flip your page over, give us a summary. What did we go over? Last week we had a small general question and answer because the rooms were all booked.
We went over the violation of wudu.
Okay, go ahead.
Starting the violation of wudu with solid and liquid passes through your private parts, gas, sleeping but not dozing off. But that was on this step.
And you said that one of the sunnah of wudu is done. The eighth one was done is
Dalk, go ahead.
What's that?
Rub it. You know, you don't just drop the water, you rub on your wudu parts.
I just can't remember said that al-wala.
What's mu'alami?
Wala that
Continuous.
don't keep leave it that time period between two spots and
Go along.
after a long time. And the third someone said
What's that? English.
means
What is it, Riyadh, in English? Making it longer. Hand over here, try to go over. Okay. What is it? Yes. That's correct. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. Say, finish it. Finish it. What's the reward for that? Okay, the last one. Okay.
I have a question. If there is a dua, why do you make no?
You said no.
While? No, that's a bid'ah. During? Bid'ah.
We said we should.
During? No. During? No.
You can start off with it or
During the wudu? Where's the hadith? Did you ask him where's the hadith? During the wudu?
you said either during or
I would like to see the hadith. What I know, what I don't is what I know is there's no hadith for during the wudu. During wudu there's no hadith at all. I have to ask him and see. Did you ask him what book it's in?
Yeah, that's what he said.
We'll ask inshallah. I'll look it up. I know it's not in our salah.
And there is another hadith after the
What is it? Yes, after the wudu. Well, we took the best one out of them. There's 3 or 4 actually. 3 or 4 different ones. We took the best one, the one that the Prophet ﷺ said, the 8 gates of heaven will open. But the other one during wudu, inshallah, I will check up on it. Next week we will know, inshallah. Okay, the next one. No, before that we did something. Okay, nawaqid al-wudu.
no, special occasions.
Okay. Sunan al-wudu. Go ahead. La, Muhammad, do it. Easy. Teach them like you're going to teach them big rappers, inshallah.
If anything solid or liquid passes through your private parts, like urine or stool.
Do you know what the proof on that is? And the gha'ib means the waste. What's the urination? How's that included? Because that's worse. It's implied within it. The next one.
If you let out air.
Is there any dispute? Look how it is. Look how it is. Allah never said al-bawl. He said al-gha'ib. أو جاء أحد منكم الغائب. The waste. He never said urination. However, this shows you have to be scholarly in Arabic language to be a scholar. There's not a single dispute. Someone who came out and said, it's not in the Quran, the urination. That means you don't have to make wudu from it. All the scholars unanimous, urination is... No, unless you want to start a sect like that. We already have enough. We got that spell. What's his name? Shaykhism. Okay, go ahead.
If you let out air, rih.
Alright.
You made wudu and you have doubt.
What's the proof for rih? This is a disputed area. You find a lot of people tell you they rih is not. No, what's the proof? Allah does not accept the prayer of anyone if he does something. Hadath is do something until he makes wudu. How do you know ahdath is not using the bathroom anyway? Ahdath does not mean rih. Ahdath means do something. However, the reason we know it's rih is Abu Hurairah, the narrator of the hadith, was asked by Sahaba, what do you mean by ahdath? He said rih, which is letting out air.
What is this proof from?
It's a hadith. No, it's not a ayah, it's a hadith. Okay, next one. Ahdath. Ahdath if you do something.
If you don't, or if you know that you didn't, if you didn't smell that you passed gas, or you didn't hear it, but you know you broke it, then you have to make wudu over again.
Why did the Prophet ﷺ said, don't leave the masjid and make wudu then?
Sure.
The Prophet said, if you don't leave the masjid and make wudu unless you hear something or smell it. What if you don't hear something, you don't smell it, and you know you did it? Real.
There's no doubt in that.
Because you know 100%.
It's just the hadith is trying to say we don't need no doubt. That's all the hadith is trying to say. It's not held to that strict standard.
But if you didn't make wudu, and you're wondering if you have wudu or not, and if you're wondering if you made wudu or not, then you should make wudu.
Okay.
The third one is if you fall asleep, but if you doze off, either sitting or laying down, it's just a dozing off, your wudu didn't break. The fourth one is if you lose consciousness, if you're not going to the head or something like that. And the fifth one is if you...
What's the proof for losing the conscious?
Because it's worse than sleeping.
Qiyas, yes, you're right. Qiyas on sleeping, it's even worse than sleeping. Go ahead.
And if you touch your private parts in a desirable way.
Okay.
Touch your private parts in a desirable way.
Qiyas is, I don't know the analogy. You compare, like you sleeping, you put sleeping analogy. That's the proper term, analogy or analogy, whatever it means. That's the proper term. You bring something like a watch. Can you go to Hajj with a watch? Sword. They never had a watch like this before. They use a sword. You used to have a sword around his body. You compare the sword to the watch. Same thing. If this wraps around your body, that wraps around your body. That's party metal and leather. This is metal and leather. So you compare one thing to another, and you reach the hukum at the bottom. Okay, quickly, so we can go. Well, what does not break the wudu? Okay, does not break the wudu. Next one. What's the proof on that? Quick proof on that, Ustad Ahmad. No, you don't come. Yes, for this halaqah we change everything for him, and he doesn't come to our halaqah.
They get the benefit.
You get the ajr.
Umar was bleeding and he prayed, and Hassan was the grandson of the Prophet also was bleeding and he prayed.
Not bleeding and prayed. He said the Muslims continuously pray with their wounds.
He said it.
And Abbad ibn Bishr, remember what I said about him? What ghazwa was it? ذات الرقاع, remember? ذات الرقاع, right? I have it there. Yes. If your shirt has a lot of blood on it, pray right ahead. No proof to make.
What about
Many, remember, after everyone left, he started asking me stupid questions. He started asking me those. The many is not najis. Is not najis.
What about
you should wash it to be clean, but many is not najis.
What's name?
No, even not the pre stuff. It's the actual male liquid is not najis in Islam.
But you take a shower, don't you?
That's a different story. We're going to get to the shower part, but we're talking, is it nijis or isn't it not nijis? It's not nijis. It's not nijis. The only one who said it's nijis was the Malikiyya, and that's wrong. There's no proof on that. It's not nijis. Why we say boil is, we have proof on it. The mani is not nijis. What's what you saying?
No, I'm saying both if it's dry or wet.
Dry or wet, not nijis. Not nijis. You gotta take shower, you gotta wash from some certain things, but is it nijis? It's not nijis. Okay, give us.
You're gonna take a shower anyway.
What's the last one here?
We say we say
Okay. Vomiting.
vomiting تقريبا and we said
Carrying or washing a dead person. Okay, this is where we stopped, right?
No, we have to salah for it.
Okay, what we need wudu for is number 1. Number 2.
Salah.
Number 3.
We should have for touching the Quran.
Okay. The next, here's where we stopped, huh? Now you take what is sunnah to make wudu for. You know, we talked about what you must do wudu for. And you told us the salah, the tawaf, and disputedly touching a mushaf, and I told you that's not right. Touching a mushaf, you don't have to have wudu for it. Okay, what it's sunnah to have wudu for? Ma yustahab lahu al-wudu. Number 1, praising of Allah. If you want to praise Allah, you want to make dua to Allah, it's not required, but just like me, I could have came here in my pajamas, in my jogging suit, or I could have wear a nice shirt and a nice pants. Which is better? Looking better probably is better. And the same thing with wudu. The Prophet ﷺ and the Sahaba used to try when they want to make dua or dhikr, that they be on wudu. In fact, some Sahaba used to go to the extreme. If they want to recite Quran, that they use a miswak and wash their teeth and make wudu and sit facing the Kaaba. Oh, showing respect. This all falls under the verse. Do you know what verse it falls under? ذَلِكَ وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ. This is in Surah Al-Hajj 2 times. Those, you could have a Quran here. Some guy come and touch that Quran and move it over there and push it like that. Some guy come with respect and touch the Quran in a respectable way. Why did he do that? Because one of them held these in high regard. Allah said in this verse, those who hold matters of Islam in high regard, this is a sign of their iman. Like the beard. Some people hold the beard in the state, like my father. If one hair falls out, he get depressed over it. Me, Ahmad, if a lot of hairs fall out, it's the sign of a weak iman, sign of someone. Both of us are growing a beard. But someone is holding it sacredly, someone is not holding it sacredly.
Well, you know what verse are you?
I don't know what number it is, but it's 2 times in Surah Al-Hajj. Same verse.
You know what it says?
ذَلِكَ وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. فإنها not فإن ذلك ومن يعظم شعائر الله فإنها من تقوى القلوب. Okay, number 2 is when you sleep. The rituals. Number 2 is sleep. The Prophet ﷺ used to always, when he went to sleep, make his wudu like his salah. It's not fard, but it's sunnah. What's the dua for sleep, by the way? Give me one. The strongest one. The most popular one. Aslamtu. Allahumma aslamtu nafsi ilayk wa wajjahtu wajhi ilayk. That's it. Stop. Don't overdo it. No. Muhammad. Okay. The next one is, it's sunnah. Look how Islam is so has the details. When one has relationship with his wife and he wants to have another relationship with his wife twice, in between it's sunnah to make wudu. The Prophet ﷺ said, فَإِنَّهُ, what's the hadith? أَنْشَطُ لِلْعَوْدِ. It gives you more energy. You want to go for seconds. This is Islam. Glad we don't have sisters today. This is Islam. La haya'a fi din. You know, Abu Musa al-Ash'ari came to the Aisha radiallahu anha. He wanted to ask her a detailed question about a matter. It's embarrassing to ask. And she said, no shyness in these kind of issues. I'm like your mother. And he did ask her that question, which actually we're going to be learning that hadith very soon. Number 6 is for every salah. For every salah. This is why the sunnah. It's fard to make wudu. But like me personally, I make wudu once a day and I stay till Isha. I never break my wudu till Isha. This is how 99% of my days are. I make it in the morning, like 9, 10 o'clock, and I stay till Isha. Yeah, but the sunnah is better if you can, and it's very good. Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu went to the point that sometimes he wouldn't have the water and he would pray. Then he find water in the time of the prayer didn't last yet. So he make wudu again and pray again. Every wudu. And إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ التَّوَّابِينَ وَيُحِبُّ الْمُتَطَهِّرِينَ يُحِبُّ الْمُتَطَهِّرِينَ, the ones who continuously purify, clean themselves.
So there is, I don't know if there is background, wudu nura ala nura, if we have wudu, and it's recommended to make another wudu before giving it.
Two
wudu.
For what each prayer?
For wudu ala wudu nura ala hadith.
Never heard of that. Never heard of that.
That's what I was saying. If you have wudu and then another prayer.
I think you didn't describe it right. But al-wudu, I don't know if that's the hadith. I never heard of that before. But the meaning is right. Al-wudu, meaning you pray dhuhr. Asr comes. And you're on wudu. You don't have to. But you do wudu on it. Yes, it is very good. Very good. And that's how the Prophet ﷺ was. Unless it was an exception. There was traveling. They were on a journey. Then he would. Some of the Sahaba described the Prophet ﷺ. كان يتوضأ لكل صلاة. He used to make wudu for every salah. Okay, we're done with that now.
What about jihad?
Buddy, don't worry about that now. The jihad, you know, Hamdala. If you come to the Wednesday halaqah, Hamdala, remember what we said about him?
He was being washed.
By the angels. Why was he being washed?
Because it was with his wife the night
He
before.
was the second before the jihad. He was barely done with his wife, and he hears the call for jihad. He said, I'm not taking a shower and they're gonna pack up. I'm gonna go like I am. And he went, and the angels washed him, and the Prophet ﷺ deterred his eyesight from him. The reason he deterred his eyesight was because of the hur al-ain surrounding him. So you don't have to have tahara for jihad.
They come down?
Well, this was a miracle for him. The angels washed him, and the hur al-ain came down. Okay. No, you don't. Okay, some important marks before, this is like the end of the wudu, like some important things to keep in mind is talking during wudu is mubah. A lot of people, you know, especially our old folks in our old countries, if you talk in wudu, you got to start all over again. Talking in wudu is no problem, right? I've seen that a lot in our countries. If you talk in wudu, you say you got to start all over again. That's not right.
Mubah is like neutral, right?
Huh?
Mubah is neutral.
Mubah is halal. You can.
Mubah is it's okay. Yes, you can do it. You can walk. You know, if you want to talk to someone, it's fine to talk to him. It's narrated that the Prophet ﷺ talked to people during his wudu. Number 2 is that famous dua during washing the parts. You know what? Allahumma, you wash your right hand, you say Allahumma, I don't know about my right hand. Then you wash. Yeah, Allah, give me my hand, give me my book in my right hand. You wash your hand in the left. What do you say? Oh Allah, don't give me my book in my left hand. Every single body part you wash, you have a dua for it. This is a false hadith, completely false hadith. I'm going to check on the one that you say my father said, inshallah. But this one is a false hadith. Okay. لكل عضو دعاء الأعضاء لكل عضو دعاء الحديث باطل لا يصح. Number 3 is if you doubt how many times you washed. You want to do your wudu 3 and you doubt how many you did. What do you do, sir? You doubt if you did 1 or 2 or 3. What do you do?
You could do one.
Well, you could do any, but you want to do the sunnah 3, 3, 3. You want to go consistent. Then you get to your arms and you forget. Did I do it 2 or 3?
Except that you did 2.
You do the lesser one. The lesser one. Yes, the lesser one. If you do 2 or 3, 2. 1 or 2, 1. This is a sunnah. It's a sunnah. You can only wash it once. But you assumingly want to apply the full sunnah completely, you go with the less. Because that's the yaqeen. Number 4, any kind of the candle, what do they call the candle? Shama. What is it in English? Any wax on your body parts, you have to take it off.
Nail polish?
A nail polish, anything like nail polish, oil, paint. Sometimes you're painting, you get a paint. Why? Why do you have to take it off? Yes. Wax, nail polish, paint, clay, anything like that.
Rings and washes?
Yeah, you should get under it. You should move it to let the water go under it. However, the next one is henna. Yeah, yes, you must. You must. This one is a fard. You must. Like nail polish, a woman comes, someone was asking me the other, a woman put nail polish on and she doesn't want to take it off. And you got to take it off the next time. You want to put it, decorate for your husband, great. But the next time salah comes, you're not on wudu, you got to wash your nails. You got to take them off. What's the difference between that and henna? Yeah, but what's the reasoning behind it? What's the rationale? Okay, if you put henna on, do you have to take it off for every wudu? If you put it on, and you're not on wudu, you're on wudu. Do you have to make ghusl after that?
It hasn't come off yet.
The color, we're talking the color. The Yemeni people believe if you put henna on, you have to take a shower afterwards. You know that? It's widespread over there that you believe they have to take a shower. However, the reasoning behind it is henna is a color. It's not a barrier between you and the skin. The skin is there, it touches the skin. It's a color. It's not similar to a tattoo. You know, tattoo is okay. It's haram to do the tattoo, but assuming that someone has it, it's not a barrier between him and the skin. It's the color itself. It's haram. The tattoo is haram. However, the question is, he has it on there. Does he have to remove that if he can to get it? No, it's the color itself, just like henna. So that's the difference between the henna and the wax, the nail polish.
Like the pen marks and stuff like that?
There's no problem. Because why? That's a color. It gets to your skin.
I asked one time about only sometimes falls from the one that people was not
I think that is permissible, you know. Even oil, sometimes, you know, oil, you put oil and then you make wudu and there's only 1 drop of water. All that water and there's 1 drop left because it pushes the water away. But it's still, the water touched your body parts. It's not a barrier, I think. The Sahaba actually used it in a battlefield. The oil, you know, was the goose. You know how the goose are in the water? If the water doesn't touch them, it was a battlefield that the Sahaba used that same liquid on the ships to keep the water away from the ships. You don't see the goose in the water? شو اسمها بالعربي? Like ducks. حمامات كبار هيك. So they have a little liquid on there. That's like oil, but the water touches your skin. It's not a barrier. Okay. Yeah, but that's an exception. We're going to get to the khuf right now, inshallah. But that's the exception. Khuf, you couldn't come and say, I want to wipe on my khuf, had we not had clear proof that the Prophet ﷺ did it. Then we tell them you have to, why don't we compare the long sleeve to the khuf? We don't have no proof on it. So there's a big difference. This one, the only thing that made the khuf, you can wipe on it with barrier is because there's proof. We have someone come to us and say, well, I got long sleeves, they give me a hard time. Well, someone told me this. He said, I wear suits how am I going to take it off at work? And can I wipe on my... No, your wudu is invalid. Okay. Shuhu? Al-Humra? I have no idea. I have no idea if that's a barrier or not. Allahu Alam. If the lipstick, I don't know, Allah. Okay, the next matter, these are all pointers. The next pointer, there's some people who are sick. And there's women who get their period, not the period, but blood in not the normal days. And there's men who can stop, it's a disease, I don't know what it's called, where after they urinate, liquid always comes out. It's called in Arabic Salas al-Bawl. Salas al-Bawl. It's known to all scholars. Ahmad, please pay attention. Please pay attention. Someone asked me this in the school twice, this question, so you should know it. So this guy is laughing. But it's two problems, especially in the men urination. Sometimes it's not a disease. Sometimes the guy doesn't have time to clean himself, and he thinks he has this problem. You gotta sit, take your time until you're done, and you make sure it's done, and then you clean yourself. Otherwise, it's a major sin. And you know the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who said, two people, they were in a grave. One of them, his punishment in the grave is so severe because he didn't used to clean himself after urination. In one narration of the hadith. Another narration is that he didn't used to use the bathroom privately. But you leaving that invalidates your wudu. One drop invalidates your wudu. So one has to make sure it's purely clean. However, we're not talking about this. You gotta do it and make sure you're clean. We're talking about someone, and it's a very widespread problem. Very widespread. I always get asked about it. After they urinate, they're done and they clean and they took their time, and urination comes out, drops come out later on. Especially qat eaters, you who are laughing. Qat eaters, this is one of the symptoms of qat. Yes, that's why they wear the fupa. That's why they wear the... In our masjid in Dix, in the old days, I used to see them. They come to the masjid with their pants. They take it off. They used to have in the back of the masjid, an area where there's a whole bunch of fupas. They take the pants off and they put the fupa on. And when we ask why, it's because they have this problem. Why they have this problem? This is one of the things that happens when you have qat. Other than the fact that they're all midgets because of that. They're all dwarfs because of that. Qat is like marijuana, similar to marijuana. Why don't you explain? Let's explain it.
It's leaf. It's a green leaf, and they sit there and they chew it, and they keep chewing it, and they drain the liquid out of it. But it's mild. It's mild.
I don't know but it does. I read in a book, these are some of the negative symptoms about it. It causes this. So what happens when someone has this problem? Or a woman gets her period 3 to 10 days a month. And every woman knows nearly exactly when she's going to get it and when it's going to end. However, sometimes it goes on for 20 days. This is called, what is it called? You guys taking notes or you guys memorizing this? Istihada. So we got smart man. First one is Salat al-Bawl. The second one is Istihada. So she only has 10 days that her every month of every year, 10 days. All of a sudden she gets 15 days. What does she do? And what is a man what do they do? Could someone tell me? For the woman who's a istihada, after her normal days are up, she knows her days, 10 days are up, she takes a shower to purify herself, and like Yusuf said, she's going to continue to have bleeding. That bleeding doesn't deter her from prayer. She got to pray. A lot of people don't know that. She got to pray. She gets sinned if she doesn't pray. However, for every single prayer, as soon as it's time, Dhuhr is 12:35. 12:35, as soon as it's time. She doesn't go 12:34, 12:33. 12:35, she makes wudu and prays. Asr is 4:30, 5:30. She waits until it's time. She makes wudu for every prayer.
What about Tahara? That's all it's
yes, if there's blood on it, of course. unless it's a major problem for her. You know, some people, they can't just change. It's going to be a very hardship for her. That's a different story. But she should change it. No, not fard or nafil. You make it for Asr. You pray the Asr, Zuhr, for example. You pray the Zuhr. You pray the Sunnah before. You pray the Zuhr. You pray the Sunnah after. Even if it's bleeding, even if the urine is coming out, even if it's coming out, he's praying Allahu Akbar the Zuhr, and the same thing happens for the one. He cleans himself as best as he can. When it's time for Zuhr, he goes to the masjid. What if he says Allahu Akbar and then some urine comes out? It's okay. He can continue in his prayer. The same is a third problem, which is letting out air. Some people have this, not regular, something regular, something that's a problem, a medical problem. All these three are the same thing. Except for the istihada, you have to take a shower. For the rest of them, you just make wudu for each prayer, and you pray regardless of the status of your in. He says he has a problem with the wudu. He says Allahu Akbar, and he's letting out air. If it's a disease, only, if it's a medical problem.
The blood of the istihad is the same blood of the period, same color blood.
I really don't know. Salas al-bawl, istihada, and khuruj al-rih.
But for everyone, every time he has...
Every one of these, every time it happens, he has to clean himself. But after cleaning himself, he cleaned himself. And he headed to the masjid. It's 12:30. He heard the adhan and he headed to the masjid. On his way to the masjid, drops come up. It's okay. In his salah, come up. He doesn't have to go back and wash. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard upon him. Okay. A last quick point is probably obvious to some, but some people don't think so, is that you can use the water of the other person. Like if someone pours for you water, you can use it. You wouldn't know that today because we have faucets, but if you're in Hajj, someone pours for you or someone gives you water. In fact, there's a hadith that the Prophet ﷺ says, pouring water for your brother is a sadaqah. Okay. Did you guys all understand that?
You said that you can use the water.
Not their wudu water.
Someone, some people think you have to do the water, pour it on yourself. It's widespread. That's not true. I can have Muhammad pour for me and I make wudu. And it's always happened. It's very good in ajr and it's brotherly. And then he pours and I put in my mouth. And this happens a lot in Hajj. And you see people deterring people in Hajj. Hey, you got to do it yourself. And that's not right. Okay, the next matter, this is a big issue. I don't know if we should get into it. Should we get into it? 3:30 is the issue of the khuffain. I want to give it to you in detail.
How long did you say this?
Huh?
More than half an hour?
No, inshallah. We'll stop, inshallah, if it takes too long. Okay, this big issue outline, put the heading, al-khuffain. The first point, when you go to Shaykh Yusuf's house, he's going to teach you, inshallah, in detail. That's me. Yusuf was studying Bulugh al-Maram in depth, and he wants me to go over that. They're barely handling this over here, Yusuf. You want them to handle? Okay, khuffain. Number one, it's clearly proven in so many hadiths that the Prophet ﷺ wiped on a khuffain. You all know what the khuffain. What's the khuffain, sir?
I don't know.
You ask when you don't know. Ask. Stop me and ask. The khuffain is the leather. What is it? It's a leather similar to socks that we see today. You see a lot of people in the masjid wearing it. It's like socks but leather. That's the khuffain. It's not shoes. It's wore under the shoes. So the khuffain is a leather like socks wore under the shoes. Number one, it's proven by the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in many hadith that he wiped on the khuffain and allowed people to wipe on the khuffain. And Nawawi rahimahullah says, write that down. Nawawi says there's an ijma'. What's ijma'?
The whole ummah agreed on it.
The whole ummah agrees, the Sahaba agreed that wiping on the khuf is permitted in travel and in your house, when you're at home, in your hometown, for reason and for no reason. What did Nawawi say?
إجماع الكل أصل إجماع
Ijma' al-Sahaba. Or Ijma' that there is no dispute. Actually, it's not disputed at all.
جمهور
No. Ijma'. Ijma' means there's no dispute. Al-Khuffain? No. That's Jamahir or Jumhur or Muttafaq عليه. اتفق عليه الأئمة. No, never said that. Never said that. I never said that, Yusuf. Ijma'. All Ijma' mean many things. Ijma' in the best meaning of Ijma' is when the Sahaba agreed on something. And this is what An-Nawawi means. If the four Imams agreed on something, it's not Ijma'. What if they agreed on something and other Sa'id ibn Musayyib said they're wrong? This is not Ijma'. You could say Jamahir al-Ulama. Jumhur is not four. Jumhur is 3 out of the 4. If 3, Malik, Shafi'i, Ahmad say something, and Abu Hanifa says something, we say the Jumhur said this, Abu Hanifa said this. Because we got 3 in 1. Jamahir means not the 4. The 4 Imam and the great majority of the Imam, can you find a Shaf? That's Jamahir. Jumhur, Jamahir, and Ijma' means no dispute at all. لا تجتمع أمتي على ضلالة. And like I say, there's no Ijma'. I don't believe there's any Ijma' after the Sahaba. I don't think. If right now, all the Ummah, whether the whole Ummah agree on something, or the scholars of the Ummah agree on something, it's going to be, we take it as proof. But that's never going to happen. Because, if the whole Ummah agree, and then Yusuf al-Qardawi said something. That breaks it. One scholar is enough. One scholar is enough to breach it. Well, he's Muslim and you should,
He's got something.
Right, Yusuf, right. Muhammad, right. The only one who disputed this matter is the Shia and the Khawarij. We don't care. We don't care what the Shia and the Khawarij say. Nawawi said there's an ijma' on waiting on the khuf, whether you're in traveling or whether in your house, for a reason and for no reason. أجمعت الأمة على المسح على الخفين في السفر والحضر لحاجة ولغير حاجة. Repeat it, Yusuf. Muhammad, in English.
And Nawawi said there was an ijma' wiping on the khuf is permitted for travel or at home for some reason or for no reason. The Sahaba had an ijma' on it.
There's more than, second point, there's more than 80 narrations establishing the fact that there's masah on the khuffain. Yani 80 hadith, at least a minimum of 80 hadith that establish the fact that you can wipe on the khuffain. Among it is, in the most probably authentic, is Jarir radiallahu an urinated, then he made wudu and he wiped on the khuffain. And then the Sahaba said, you wipe on the khuffain after you urinate? He said, I seen the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam urinate and then wipe on the khuffain. Jarir ibn Abdullah. Jarir, Allah says in Surah Al-Ma'idah, do you remember the verse in Surah Al-Ma'idah what it says? What does it say about feet? برؤوسكم إلى الكعبين. The meaning of it, Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah agree, is washing your feet. So washing your feet is in Ma'idah. How can I say wipe on your socks or on your? We're still with the khuffain. We didn't get to the socks.
You have to have pre-wudu.
There's a contradiction here.
Yes, wudu before.
We didn't get to those rules. Don't go to. We got in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah says wash your feet. Over here I'm telling you, we have a hadith that says you wipe on your khuf.
You have to have even if a piece of it has a contradiction with the Quran.
More so than that, the answer to that is Jarir became a Muslim after Surah Al-Ma'idah was revealed. So Surah Al-Ma'idah says wash your feet, No, not nasakh, but it's explanation of what's in Surah Al-Ma'idah. But someone can say, hey, look, it's in Ma'idah, wash your feet. We take that, we don't take the Quran. We tell him Jarir became a Muslim after Surah Al-Ma'idah was revealed. So after Surah Al-Ma'idah was revealed that says wash your feet, he comes and says, I've seen the Prophet ﷺ wash on his, wipe on his feet after he urinated.
You don't have to have wudu before?
We're not getting to that yet. I'm just telling you how to establish the fact. We're just establishing the fact that you can wipe on the khuffain. Okay. Socks. Do you know that it's narrated by, the next point, socks, narrated by many of the Sahaba that it's permissible to wipe on the socks? Sharab. Are called in Fusha Jawrabain. Sharab, I think, is also Fusha.
But you know the point that Sahaba used to use for Jawrab and Fusha. They used to have.
Yes, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Now I'm telling you, the Sahaba narrated that the Sahaba agreed that, not unanimously agreed, but a lot of them explicitly said that it's permissible to do masah on the Jawrabain. And Abu Dawood, in Sunan Abu Dawood, there's a hadith that مسح علي بن أبي طالب على الجوربين. Ali ibn Abi Talib made masah on the socks. This is in Sunan Abu Dawood. It's also narrated that Ibn Mas'ud, Al-Bara ibn Azib, Abu Umama, Sahl ibn Sa'ad, Amr ibn Hurayth, Umar ibn Abbas, all said, I give them to you again, right slowly. And this is important because a lot of the people, especially the Ahnaf, make it a big issue. They don't even pray behind you if they know you wiped on your socks. Do you know that? Mufti Akram? Mufti Akram will not pray. He tells the people, if you go to a masjid and you see that they wiped on the sock, don't pray behind them. It's salah is fasid. Meaning we're kafir. It's exactly what he said. And we give him the benefit of the doubt to say this is a disputed issue in fiqh. You accept our view, we accept your view. But to say don't pray behind them, what are we, Shia or Kafir, or to say that we don't pray behind them because a small disputed issue? So this is narrated, I said, in Sunan Abi Dawood by Ali ibn Abi Talib. It's also narrated from the following Sahaba: Ibn Mas'ud, in addition to Ali, Ibn Mas'ud, Al-Bara ibn Azib, Abu Umama, Sahl ibn Sa'ad, Amr ibn Hurayth, Umar radiyallahu anhum, Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma. Each one. Ammar ibn Yasir, Bilal ibn Abdullah, Ibn Awfa, Ibn Umar. These are the Sahaba. These are the Sahaba who explicitly either did it or said you can wipe on the socks. Why? Why did you miss 5 of them? Huh? You guys are slow. These are the Sahaba. You should know their names immediately. Okay. Number 1 is Ali ibn Abi Talib, and you find that one in Abu Dawood. In addition to Ali, you have Ibn Mas'ud, Al-Bara ibn Azib, Abu Umama, yes, Sahl ibn Sa'ad, Sahl ibn Sa'ad, Amr ibn Hurayth, Umar,
Amr ibn Hurayth, Umar. These are just an example, so you don't have to get every single one. It's good to get all of them because this is a disputed matter. Umar ibn Abbas, Ammar ibn Yasir, Bilal ibn Abdullah, Ammar ibn Yasir, Bilal ibn Abdullah,
Not Bilal ibn Rabah. This is another Bilal. Bilal ibn Abdullah ibn Awfa. His full name is Bilal ibn Abdullah ibn Awfa and ibn Umar. In Tahzib.
Who was the last one? Umar?
Ibn Umar.
Ibn Umar. Okay. These are some of the Sahaba who said this by their name explicitly. The next point taken is number 4. In Tahzib al-Sunan, a book called Tahzib al-Sunan, Ibn al-Qayyim, Imam Ahmad rahimahullah says it's permissible to wipe on the socks. Imam Ahmad rahimahullah. The next point, number 5. Hold on. Just take it easy. We got to get to the rules. We're going to get to everything. You just got to take it step by step, all right? Al-Jawrabain. We're talking about the Jawrabain now. The khuf, I said it's unanimous. Okay. The next point, number 5, is the proof for the scholars. Who told me what the proof for the scholars that it's permissible to wipe on the top? I already gave you some of it. Sahaba. A. Under. Who can give me another proof? Exactly. He's right. Qiyas al-khuf. The second one is qiyas. Why qiyas? You got khuf that's leather, you got socks out of cotton or similar to cotton. They very much resemble each other. One of them you wear under your shoes, the other one you wear under your shoes. First one you wipe on, the second one you wipe on, it's similar. And more so, it's the proof that the Sahaba did it. Okay, among the scholars, point number 6, among the scholars who said clearly you can do it is Sufyan al-Thawri, Ibn al-Mubarak, Ata, Al-Hasan who? Hasan al-Basri. We said scholars, not Sahaba. Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib. Okay, now Abu Yusuf and Muhammad ibn al-Hasan. Who are these two? Who are those two? Hanafi boys. Who's Abu Yusuf and biggest two students of Abu Hanifa? Next point, what point you got? 6, 7. No, put it in 7.
Abu Yusuf and who?
Put it in 7. Abu Yusuf and and Muhammad ibn al-Hasan. Abu Yusuf and Muhammad ibn al-Hasan said you can wipe on them if they are thick and water does not come under to your skin when you wipe on them. So he's basically saying it's got to be thick to the point you wipe on them, the water doesn't sink to your bare foot. These are the biggest two students of Abu Hanifa. Then, number 8, we're going to delay it, inshallah, until next week, which is what Abu Hanifa rahimahullah said. We take questions now. Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib. We get to that, inshallah, you'll be with us next week. You have to be with, then you have to buy the tape from Musa.
I asked the
right?
tape for
You gotta pay him.
I said I can pay whatever you ask.
Any questions?
Yeah, we said it's thick. But
We didn't finish this. Don't ask me about the khuf until we're done with it, because I have a lot more to talk, otherwise I would have finished it today. There's a lot more things to talk about it. I want to tell you what Abu Hanifa said, other than khuf. We're not done with khuf. Other stuff we're done with, inshallah. I said khuf and socks, no question. Wait until we're done with it.
My dad used to say, like, if you go to the restroom and then come out, he used to say, like, you should take your thoughts off and then that's what he said, it's not, you don't have to.
We're going to get to the rules of it, which this is not a rule to take it off.
He did that.
He didn't do that.
Yes, he did.
What did I say he
After
did?
he
He what? What did he do? He wiped on the khuffain. Is your brother okay? What are you trying to say? You said your father said to take him out.
My father said something.
And this is against... Oh, okay. So I suggest you take his thing. Yeah, yeah, that's right. You know, there's a lot of weird stuff about the khuf and socks. That's why I want to go in thorough. I'm going in it. And so I don't think you'll find this somewhere else because it's... You got Muftiat from telling people don't play behind, you know.
So
he got his students?
Whatever.
Well, unfortunately, you can't tolerate disputes among scholars. This is a problem. You can understand the minor problem, but to tell someone you can't play behind someone because of this is a...
And he's even denying all these Sahaba too.
Allahu alam what his opinion is. But in Hanafi books, especially the recent ones, all they tell you is, and you must wash your socks. Most of them say, and you must wash your feet. No wiping on socks, but rather the khuf.
Just one question, some question about the the period. You said that after like the knowns that they know that it's for 2 days, they have to take a shower. Don't they take a shower in the middle of it too? No.
They could take a shower in the middle. If they want every day, they could take it 5 times a day. They could take a shower. But the ordain is, inshallah, we're going to get to that. We're going to talk about ghusl, but وَلَا تَقْرَبُوهُنَّ حَتَّى يَطْهُرْنَ فَإِذَا تَطَهَّرْنَ. They purify themselves, and this means they take a shower. After it's done, they could take a shower. She has her 10-day period. She could take a shower the 9th day, the 10th day. But the bleeding didn't stop. She got to take one when everything is done. The bleeding stops. She take a shower, and that means she's a pure woman after that.
So the istihada is not a part of the period?
No, then there's going to have blood after that. This is if it's istihada. She's done with her normal days. That's why they call it al-ada, the norm. Because she knows her normal days. She knows 5, 6 days. Woman knows it. And after that, it's called al-istihada. She just makes wudu. She doesn't have to take a shower every day. All she does is make wudu. If it continues on for 15 days after that, all she does is make wudu every salah.
And you said that even then we can approach them? Can we sit with them during the period?
Of course, unless you're a Jew.
Okay, and if they're in
the only ones who don't sit with women on their period is a Jew.
And if they're in the Sahara, can you do what you couldn't do?
Allahu a'lam. Allahu a'lam. Allahu a'lam. I really don't know. He wants to know if you can have sexual relationship when they're in istihada. Allahu a'lam. I will, inshallah, good question. I will, inshallah, check it and see.
Another question. This is something we're confused about. When you said when you're making wudu, you go a little bit in your mouth and a little bit in your nose. You spit. You go like you take in a little bit in your mouth, spit it out, and then go in your nose, or do you just?
Well, how are you gonna put it in your mouth and then spit it and then put it in your nose? He's weird in everything. I didn't say that. You take it because it's accumulated water. Yes, that's the right way. You take it in your mouth and in your nose, the same handful. Then you gargle it and you spit it out, and then you blow
I only have one closed and one open.
There's sometimes we get down that water didn't touch over the one time. So if I have found out that there is no water comes here or here. Can I make water?
Yes, 10 times. If you're sure. Doubt? No. If it's like 90% that it didn't touch over here, you do it again. If it's, the shaitan is instigating, did I do it? Sometimes it happens a lot, then you don't do it again. You just, enough, 3 times, enough.
Well, 3 times enough, assuming that the first time, it touched everything. But the second time or the third time, it didn't touch.
It's okay. You don't go more than 3 for that. You don't go more than 3 times because of that reason. But you go over 3 times if you didn't know for sure or almost sure that part of it didn't touch it. Then you go over as much as it takes.
Okay, for the aspect of wiping, it doesn't matter. You don't have to get everything right. Like when you wipe your hair and you wipe
No,
your
you don't have to get.
When you wipe your ears, you don't have to get everything.
No, most of it. As long as you get most of it.
And you can't use the wudu water of somebody else, right?
What did I just say?
No, not for. Use their wudu water.
Yes, you can use their wudu water.
You can use
Unless it's stolen, yes. And the only problem is if it's stolen. Disputed still. Is your wudu valid? And I believe even the water stolen, your wudu is still valid. Because this has nothing to do with wudu. You got to fulfill the obligation. You're going to get sins for stealing the guy's water. But you fulfilled the obligation of your prayer.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm like, if someone made a wudu, right?
Yeah.
You got water left. Like,
left over. Shaykh Yusuf, he's an expert in this field. We studied that. Could you use it or not?
We said it's makruh at the end. Shaykh said that it's makruh, what you can do. It's makruh, what you can do.
if there's like a scarcity water.
For a wife that she has to remain. If it's a necessity, it's a different story.
If you don't have enough water.
You want to say in detail?
I have it here.
Go ahead.
We have 5 first of all. 5 the same. 5
Okay. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. بارك إن شاء الله. الله يبارك فيك. تفضل على الحفلة ها.
إن شاء الله أنا ما أعرف من
Okay.
هذا جهل الحفلة.
Go ahead, Yusuf. Go ahead. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. Who said that?
Who said that? Malik and Shafi'i and Abu Hanifa. The man
He's answering question, pay attention.
The man cannot have wudu with the remainder of the woman, but the woman can make wudu with the remainder of the man. The third one, the man can have wudu with the remainder of the woman unless, like if she is not on her period. She is not on the back.
Both of them?
Go ahead.
That's just for Ibn Umar. And the fourth one, they cannot use wudu from each other unless they unless they take the wudu together. You know, quite fast for concerning the ghusl.
Unless they take the water from the same area, from the tub together, and they pour on each other at the same time, then they could do it. It's not, they can't use the remain of each other unless you use the remains together.
It just makes it not that this was just for
Ghusl, the same thing, but same thing wudu. Same applies to that in wudu. The same thing applies. Use it together. What did we say the Rajah? What did we say the Rajah is? Give them the you ask the question, you don't pay attention. Wallah is telling you this. What did we say the selected opinion? What did he say? So? This, we talked about water, me and Yusuf in detail, I think for weeks. Just water. Just about water and purification of water.
There is a hadith, question. You know, after we are done from bathroom, is someone to wash over his 1 time, 3 times, or just 1 time?
Wait, before you ask that question, why did Ibn Hajar say it's makruh to use the remain of another woman and similarly another man?
Because there is appearance contradiction.
Not appearance of contradiction. He used all the hadith together. He used the hadith. There's so many. If he talks about this, it probably takes an hour and a half to talk about this issue. So Ibn Hajar came to the conclusion it's makruh because he united upon all the hadith. The hadith, Ahmad. Ibn Hajar rahimahullah united upon all the hadith by saying it's makruh, meaning you shouldn't do it, it's deterred from doing it, but it's halal to do it, and his wudu is okay if he does it. That's the only opinion we unite upon about 6 or 7 hadith that we have. What's the question?
Did you say that I can use my wife's wudu water, but she can't use mine?
No, that's one of the opinions.
She can use mine, but I can't use hers?
But I said that there is 5 opinions. Okay, one of them, that
you don't go over them. You give them the cake. Okay, what was the question after that you asked?
I asked after the wudu, in the mosque we wash our hands 3 times and have an order from the
I don't know if it's 3 times. Before wudu?
Just a little bit.
You just wanna? I don't know about 3 times or even 1 time after. I think it's clean to do it. And usually the Prophet ﷺ used to make wudu always after using the bathroom. But just washing their hands like some people do today, I don't know of any hadith on that. I don't know of any hadith. Just use the bathroom and wash his hands. But I know there's always wudu. I mean, after that, always wudu. And of course, within it, you have to, like we know, wash your hands. Allah, I don't know. Allah. But I think, the trend, because the trend in all matters is 1 to 3 times the sunnah. So it falls under that category. The Prophet was always witr, 1, 2, 3, in everything. In everything about tahara, washing, always consistent.
Just a question. It's kind of funny. It's a serious question because I plan on doing this. But is it acceptable to take a shower with your wife? Is it